See that? He's going to give us everlasting bodies, man, that he prepared for us. This is what the good news gospel is about. Living forever and ever and ever. But who is it? Is who we say, tell who? Verse 10.
My people.
My people. So who is his people? You know where we want to go. So his people, my people. Exodus 3 and 10. Go tell my people, because they can read that and say, that's anybody that call on the name of the Lord, or whatever they say, to be, proclaiming that they are the Most High's people. Say, tell my people. Who is his people?
Exodus 3 and 10. Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people.
Who is his people?
The children of Israel.
That's the my people, the children of Israel. Come on.
Out of Egypt.
Out of Egypt. Now let's go back to 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter, and verse 10.
Thus saith the Most High to Ezra, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles, which I have prepared for them.
Right. So he give us everlasting tabernacles, man, that he had prepared for us. That's in Job. No, first, if you have one in Job, you can get it. Maybe he said he wants his change. Maybe he said he was waiting for his change.
This is the one I have.
Go ahead.
Job 14:14.
Yeah.
If a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait till my change come.
Right. Till his change come. All the days of his life, he's going to wait till his change come. And that change is he's talking about when we're just reading about how the Most High have prepared bodies for us. He prepared for our bodies that he had prepared for us. Get 2 Corinthians 5 and 1.
2 Corinthians 5 and 1.
This is when the Most High is going to be all in all. But that's what he's saying. He's telling us, he says, their glory also will I take unto me, in 2 Corinthians 2 and 12, and give these the everlasting tabernacles, which I had prepared for them. Now this is what he's saying, read.
2 Corinthians 5 and 1. For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved,
this fleshly body that we in was dissolved, read.
We have a building of the Most High.
We have a building of the Most High. You see what he said in 2 Ezra 2 and 11? Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles, which I had prepared for them. Go ahead.
Not an house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens.
That's the same thing you're reading about in 2 Ezra 2 and 11. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting bodies or tabernacles, which I had prepared for them. You see?
Right. Peter said that, right? We just read that. It said, "This my tabernacle."
Yeah.
His body.
His body, right?
All right.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. For in this we groan, earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house which is from heaven.
Yeah, in our body which is from heaven. That's why Job said that change. When you make that change, it's that body that you're gonna have from heaven with the spirit in it. Read.
If so be that being clothed we shall not be found naked.
You should not be found exposed to sin. Read.
For we that are in this tabernacle do groan.
We do groan, read.
Being burdened.
Being burdened, read.
Not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon, that mortality might be swallowed up of life.
That mortality, these mortal bodies might be swallowed up with everlasting life. That's promised to Israel. That's already prepared for us. It's just a matter of how are we, as the children of Israel, going to do the things that will please the Most High and keeping His laws, statutes, commandments, His rules and regulations, and faith in the Mashiach Yahushua to make it to the kingdom that's already prepared for us. Read.
For
verse 5.
Verse 5. Now he that hath wrought us for the selfsame thing is the Most High, who also hath given unto us the earnest of the Spirit.
That's right, man. The earnest of the Spirit He's given us, the Holy Spirit. That's the only thing He promised us. And it's here, read.
Therefore, we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Most High Mashiach Yahushua.
While we are at home in this body, we are absent from the Most High Mashiach Yahushua. In this fleshly body. Remember, flesh and blood cannot approach the Most High. Go ahead.
For we walk by faith, not by sight.
That's right. We walk by faith, not by sight. That's why we was talking about us in 2nd Ezra, the 1st chapter, in verse 35. You know, your houses will I give to a people that shall come. Read these people. Read that in first Ezra 1 and 35.
2nd Ezra 1 and 35. Your houses will I give to a people that shall come.
And we the people that the scriptures are written for. Read in these last days. Read.
Which not having heard of me, yet shall believe me, to whom I have shown no signs, yet they shall do that I have commanded them.
That's right, man. We don't see signs like He showed in the old time, but yet we believe. We have faith in Him. We believe in Him, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Most High Yahweh. Now go back to 2nd Ezra 2 and start at 13 again. I mean, verse 11.
2nd Ezra 2 and 11. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles, which I had prepared for them.
Hear that? So it's already prepared for us. Let's say He's going to give us the everlasting bodies. The tabernacles mean the bodies. Everlasting bodies, which He have prepared for us. Read.
They shall have the tree of life for an ointment of sweet savor.
Hear that? We going to have what?
The tree of life for an ointment of sweet savor.
We're going to have the tree of life as an ointment of sweet savor. Read.
They shall neither labor nor be weary.
We ain't going to neither work nor be weary. Remember He said He'll give us rest. In Isaiah 14, 1-3. We ain't going to labor nor be weary. We don't work enough. I mean, nothing but physical and spiritual and mental. We done worked. We done worked our brains. We done worked our bodies. He said, what did he say? He said they're going to wear out the saints, right? You know, we wore out, man. So they say, hey, we ain't going to labor. Y'all hear this? We ain't going to have to work no more. And we ain't going to never be sad. You ain't going to be weary no more. So have all you that's all weary and all bent out of shape, you better enjoy it now, because it ain't going to be no more. You might not make it. Because right now we're rehearsing the righteous act. He said, whatever He give you, take out cheerfully. You got to learn how to do that in the Spirit too. Read.
Verse 13.
Listen at this.
Go, and ye shall receive. Pray for few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch.
See, we already said, pray for a few days, man. Because remember, Ezra said, woe is me, who gonna save me in the days He was prophesying during the times to come in the future? Some things that we haven't even seen that Ezra's prophesied, you know what I mean? So he was saying, woe is me, who's gonna deliver me in them days, right? So He let you know, hey man, that He's gonna be here, right? That's what's that? That's reincarnation right there.
Right.
He's saying, woe is me, who gonna deliver me in those days? So go to 2nd Ezra 8.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, He let you know, hey man, that's what He's saying. That's point blank clear. For those that don't, the Sadducee spirit, they're not gonna believe in reincarnation and regeneration anyway. We're gonna have those, But before you get there, get 2nd Ezra 16. But this is all prophecy. This prophecy. Go start at verse 9.
2nd Ezra 16 and 9.
Right.
A fire shall go forth from his wrath.
See, this the Most High said in the plagues, man. It said a fire gonna go forth from his wrath, read.
And who is he that may quench it?
And who is it? This fire go from the Most High. Who is it that can quench the fire of the Most High, read?
He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear?
Say he gonna cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? That's why I say when they be always talking about looking at, oh, we gonna get the Israelites. This who you gotta be concerned about. Our enemies, whoever you are. What did he say? Who shall what?
Who shall not fear?
Who shall not fear? Go ahead.
He shall thunder.
He gonna thunder, read.
And who shall not be afraid?
He gonna thunder, and who shall not be afraid? It's the Most High. Read.
The Most High shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence?
Read that again. Read that again.
2nd Ezra 16 and 11.
That's right.
The Most High shall threaten.
The Most High shall just threaten. Read.
And who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence?
Beaten to powder at his presence.
Oh man, that's cold. That's
Beaten to powder. He said he gonna threaten. They gonna be beaten to powder at his presence. Read on, verse 12.
Verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof.
So the earthquake. The ground is moving. Oh, you can fight against this? You're not gonna be afraid? Just so you looking at us? No. This our defense. This our shield. This our protector. Read. The
sea ariseth up with waves from the deep.
Hear that? Tidal waves. Tsunamis, right? Go ahead.
And the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Most High, and before the glory of his power.
Hear that? Everything in the sea. Giant whales are trouble when the Most High started to move the sea. He made it. Move the sea into a tidal wave or a tsunami. How you gonna fight that? You can't stop it. Read.
For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
Strong is his what?
Right hand that bendeth the bow.
Strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. Hamashiach Yahawashi. Where is he at? On the right hand side of the Most High. Bending the bow. Read.
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp.
The missiles that he gonna shoot are sharp, y'all. Beyond what they can have here in this wicked system of things in all these countries. Read.
And shall not miss.
And shall not miss. Read.
When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Come on now. When they begin to be shot at where?
Into the ends of the world.
Into the ends of the world. In 2nd Ezra 6 and 9 says, for Esau is the end of the world. Esau would have to be ruling when at the end of the world, and Jacob's beginning of it that followeth. This is how you're going to bring forth salvation to the children of Israel. The missiles going to be shot in the ends of the world. But not nothing that we see here. Come on, read.
Behold.
And he said, I'm going to meet you as a man in Isaiah 47 and 3. So you don't know what kind of bows it's talking about and missiles that it's talking about. His arrows. But the missiles look just like an arrow. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Behold, the plagues are sent. And can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Didn't it say he was riding on a white horse?
Yeah.
And he had a bow in his hand?
Bow in his hand?
Or something to that effect. Like one of the horsemen. Or saw
you mean in Revelations?
Yeah, six and
that's when you want to be broke down.
Yeah, kind of 6 and 2. And I saw and behold a white horse, And he that sat on him had a bow. Is that how much y'all shot? And the crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer.
Let me see. What verse was that?
6 and 2.
Yeah.
That's how much y'all shot?
Con.
That's cool.
That's it. That's him right there.
That bow.
That's right. Look at Revelation 19 and 8.
So, just not to divert from the topic at hand, but would the horse be a chariot?
Yeah. It's like power. Horse be like horsepower.
Right.
Yeah, that's the chariots that they ride in. Read that.
Revelation 19 and 11?
Not 8.
Oh, 8. Sorry. Revelation 19 and 8. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white. For the fine linen is the righteousness of saints.
Right, so that's let you know the white represent righteousness. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It represents righteous horse, right? Righteous power. You see what I'm saying? That's why you always say righteous power. So now when you look at the horse, look at Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. That's what I say, by the time you get to Revelation, man, you're supposed to be having all these precepts and all what it's talking about, because it's talking in parables.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I took you to Revelation 12 and 1. It's hard to understand. But
So Ecclesiastes 10 and 7.
Con.
And I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
That's right, man. Go ahead. Get Proverbs 19 and 10.
Proverbs 19 and 10. Delight is not seemly for a fool, much less for a servant to have rule over princes.
That's right, man. And having, power over us. That's the horse means the seat of authority. You see what I'm saying? That's what they have over us. I tell you how Mashiach shall come and judge and make war in Revelation 19 and 11 and 13. You know about that. You go there all the time. So that's what that's talking about. Conquering and to be conquered. Future prophecy, right? Okay. Go back to 2nd Ezra. So it all, like I say, you see how it all comes together. That's why you got to know it all. You got to see it. We can go into other scriptures that show you how he's coming. Like they even say when you look at Edom, right? When we say you have a great sacrifice in Basra, you give us scripture. Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. You see nobly what Isaiah 34, 5 and 6 and Isaiah 63, 1 and down. Who is this that come from Edom? You know what I mean? With dyed garments from Basra, the capital city, wherever it is. We know that capital city right now is where? America. See what I'm saying? So let's continue reading in 2nd Ezra 16 because we bring forth a point that was said that we can see that this is read verse 13 again.
2nd Ezra 16 and 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
Mashiach Yahushai, read. You just read about him, read.
Right. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp.
That's right. The arrows that he's going to shoot are sharp, read.
And shall not miss.
They're going to hit their point. They're going to hit the point of where he's sending them, where the Most High is sending them to destroy, to bring the judgment and the war that he says he's going to bring on this earth, read.
And shall not miss.
And shall not miss, read.
When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Yeah. When they began to be shot into the ends of the world. Read.
Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again.
That's right. Plagues are sent and shall not return again. Come on.
Until they come upon the earth.
Until they come where?
Upon the earth.
So you let you know that it's coming upon this earth. Can't nobody escape this. You can't run from this. What country you gonna run when you running from this? Leave America. So you're gonna leave America, and where you guarantee that this will not happen to you? That these arrows not gonna hit you. Go ahead.
The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out, till it consumed the foundation of the earth.
Till it what?
Consumed the foundation of the earth.
Till it consumed the foundation of the earth, man. That fire is kindled, and it's coming. It's going to continue to come until it do what?
Consume the foundation of the earth.
Until it consume the foundation of the earth. Read.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward.
You shoot an arrow, it's not going to go backwards, it's going to go forward. Read.
Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again.
Hey, the plagues going to be sent upon this earth, that the Most High going to send upon this earth shall bring forth the judgment of the Most High, and he's not going to return again. His word does not go out void. Read.
Woe is me. Woe is me.
This is Ezra. What'd he say?
Woe is me.
He said, destruction to me, destruction unto me. Why?
Who will deliver me in those days?
What'd he say?
Who will deliver me in those days?
What'd he say?
Who will deliver me in those days?
He said, who will deliver me in those days? What days he's talking about? Read verse 13 again.
For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
Uh-huh.
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp.
Yeah, read.
And shall not miss.
And shall not miss, read.
When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
When they should be, these arrows, these missiles going to be shot when?
Into the ends of the world.
Into the ends of the world. So it's talking about the ends of the world. So Ezra was not living during the ends of the world. Ezra died at that time that he's living, as he's prophesying and so forth now. See? But he know that he'd be living when?
In the ends of the world.
Ends of the world. He knew this. He had this understanding of regeneration. We just don't have it. So go ahead. So he's saying, hey, who's going to deliver him when? During the times of the ends of the world. Read. That's reincarnation, regeneration. Read.
Verse 18.
Come.
2nd Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
Yeah, that's the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Read.
The beginning of famine and great death.
The great death and famine, food shortage, the lack of bread. Read.
The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear.
Hear that? The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. Read.
The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Can't get no clearer than that. What'd he say?
What shall I do?
What shall I do? Ezra say, what shall he do? When? We talking about? Said the last part of 13. When they begin
to be shot into the ends of the world.
They begin to be shot into the ends of the world. What is he saying? During the ends of the world? He's telling you what he's saying?
What shall I do?
The verse.
Oh, verse 18.
Verse 18, read.
What shall I do?
He said, what shall I do, read?
When these evils come.
When them evils come, man. When these evils come. So what shall he do when these evils come? That's what he asking. When? At the ends of the world. So that's a little meat, but it still have to be dealt with because that's straight reincarnation, regeneration for those Sadducees out there that don't believe in it. We know the Spirit's going to be there. So you were in Deuteronomy 7. Did you finish that? You started at
Deuteronomy 7. Yeah, 7, I think, at the top.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Deuteronomy 7.
Read verse 25, the last verse of 6, because that's very important that we see this and understand this for what it is that can benefit us as a people today.
Deuteronomy 6 and 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High our power, as he hath commanded us.
Right. This is our righteousness, that we observe to do all his commandments. See? That's being righteous if you observe to do all the commandments of the Most High, which He commanded us. He gave us orders to do this. Read.
Chapter 7, verse 1. When the Most High thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations before thee.
So if Most High love everybody, why would He do this? Cast out all these nations before us. Even with us. He brought us down with nations. You see what I mean? To set them up in power. Including the nation of Edom against us, as He was prophesying that He would, because we know the symbol is what? The ego and all that. Nation that tongue that we wouldn't understand, the nation from far, ancient nation, all that we read about in the curses. In Deuteronomy 28 chapter from 15 on to 68. You see? The worst of the heathen. The most wicked in all the world. Go ahead. As it is written. Read.
The Hittites.
These are all so-called African Hamites. Go ahead.
And the Girgashites.
Girgashites, read.
And the Amorites.
Mm-hmm.
And the Canaanites.
Uh-huh.
And the Perizzites.
Come on.
And the Hivites. And the Jebusites. 7 nations greater and mightier than that.
Hear that? 7 nations that were greater and mightier than us. You hear this clearly. All you out there that think you so big and bad. That's why I say you got to fight the Most High. This who you got to be concerned about, and the angels that's right here on this earth, ready for the commandment of the Most High to bring forth His judgment. How you going to fight them? But you prepared, right? Because you have anti-matter guns. But we're going to see if your anti-matter guns fight against an earthquake.
Right. If they matter.
If they matter, right? If they matter. A hurricane, or a tornado, or a tidal wave, or tsunami. What I'm leaving out?
A tornado?
I said tornado. Yeah. All these things. Storms, thunder, lightning. Yeah.
Sinkholes.
Fire. And what? Sinkholes. Just open up the ground. Woo! Just fall in. Everybody, y'all running to do the battle. You just open up the ground, swallow you up, then close it back up. That has already happened. I've seen that happen in my hometown. You open up, swallow all these cars, and then close back up. Everybody crying, and they done. Instant burial, right? That's real. So you hear these nations, these so-called African nations, these Hamite nations, 7 nations greater and mightier than us. The Most High cast them out to give us their land. So you think the people that's occupying our land, the land that the Most High gonna bring New Jerusalem down and sit it over there in the Middle East, how you gonna destroy that? I mean, you look at it. The Mashiach Abishai told us, just like you see here. He got rid of those nations for what? To give us their land. So, look at John 14 and 3.
St. John 14 and 3. And if I go and prepare a place for you.
You know what he said? I'm going to prepare a place for you. Well, get verse 1. Or verse 2.
Verse 2. St. John 14 and 2.
Con.
In my Father's house are many mansions.
In His Father's house are many mansions. Remember New Jerusalem coming down from heaven. We can't even imagine how beautiful that's going to be. Or the kingdom that He's going to set up on this earth in righteousness. Now, only one that would not want a righteous kingdom on this earth is you wicked. This is your kingdom in wickedness. You see what I'm saying? But everybody that claim to be righteous, they should be glad to see a righteous kingdom come on this earth and following the laws of the Most High, following His rules and regulations, instead of just dealing with the law of the land that's come with all these abominations that the Most High hate. Read.
If it were not so, I would have told you.
He said, I'm going to prepare a place for you. If it was not so, I would have told you. Read.
I go to prepare a place for you.
He said, I'll go to prepare a place for you. And it's already prepared. It's already prepared, y'all. Go ahead.
And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again.
And we just read about Him coming again with what? Those arrows.
Right.
Those sharp arrows that's not going to miss their mark. So He said, you got to understand, He's gonna take the foundation of the world and rearrange it, because get Matthew 20. What is it? Yeah, go to Matthew 24. Start at verse 1.
Matthew 24, St. Matthew 24 and 1.
So now we're in Israel. We going back to the time when Mashiach walked the earth. Listen what he said.
And Hamashiach Yahushua went out and departed from the temple. And his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple.
So he departed out of the temple, and they came to show him all these temples that they building in Israel. Temples that they building in Israel. Read.
And Hamashiach Yahushua said unto them, See not all these things?
So you see all these things, see all these buildings that they building? They building a whole lot of temples in Israel. Read.
There shall not be left here one stone upon another.
So ain't gonna be left here what?
One stone upon another that shall not be thrown down.
Yeah. Is that clear? He said gonna be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. See? Get Ezekiel 38:19.
Ezekiel 38 and 19. For in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken.
Yeah, man, in the Most High's jealousy, in the fire of his wrath have he spoken. Read.
Surely in that day.
In that day, what the Mashiach just told us, everything you see gonna fall to the ground. All these temples they building in Israel, say everything you see gonna fall to the ground. Ain't gonna be nothing left there. Everything gonna fall to the ground. Read.
Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel.
You know what he said? He said, and surely in that day there's gonna be a great shaking in the land of Israel. Read.
So that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things that creep upon the earth and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence.
He said the fishes of the sea and the fowls, the birds in heaven, and the beast of the world, and all insects, creeping things that creep upon the earth, and all men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at his presence. Read.
And the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground.
There it is. So every wall gonna fall to the ground. So don't get it twisted. Run to Israel if you want to. What do you say gonna happen in Israel? Every wall
shall fall to the ground.
Right. So what did Mashiach say in Matthew 24 and 2?
There shall not be left one stone upon another. Matthew 24 and 2. And Hamashiach Yahushua said unto them, See not all these things?
See all these temples that they building, all these buildings that they building in Israel? Read.
Verily, I say unto you.
Truly I say unto you, read.
There shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down.
There it is. There it is, right there. So that's the way it is. It's like that. So that's the same thing you see in here in Deuteronomy 7th chapter. We just went to the future, our future. Bringing it on home to where we're at and looking forward to be able to see New Jerusalem come down and sit. Because he gotta destroy with fire. He said, he coming with fire to purify. He's gotta throw down, he's gotta burn it. So it be purified, then the Jerusalem can come down. You know, it could be set up. They can build up, the nation's gonna build up our cities and so forth. In a righteous kingdom though, where we're gonna be following the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High and learning of the Most High, everybody. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 7 and 2.
Deuteronomy 7 and 2. And when the Most High thy power shall deliver them before thee.
There are 7 nations mightier and greater than us. Most High gonna deliver them before us. Just like he said he's gonna do, that we just read about in the ends of the world, when the Mashiach Yahushua gonna do what he's gonna do, come in to judge and make war. Read.
Thou shalt smite them.
So he's telling us to smite them. He told us to smite them. That means kill them. Read.
And utterly destroy them.
Utterly destroy them. Read.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
No contracts or no agreements with them. Read.
Nor show mercy unto them.
Nor show mercy unto them. Read.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
So we're not supposed to be marrying them. That's clear right there. He said, don't marry with these other nations. These nations that we taking out, say, hey, don't allow your sons to marry their daughters, and don't allow our daughters to marry their sons. No interracial marriages. Read.
For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods, idols. So will the anger of the Most High Wahamashiach Yahushua be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly.
Right. Most High gonna be angry with us and destroy us suddenly. For what? For dealing with these other nations. Because they're gonna take your mind away from following him. Because they're not gonna be able to see this. They ain't gonna be able to deal with this. Because remember, it tells you, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7. This is these other nations. Most High say he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments to Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. That's what judgment they have not known. And praise you, the Most High, in Psalm 147, 19 to 20. So this is what it says here. Read.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7.
Right.
We weary ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction.
This is what they're going to say as we're reaching salvation. Most High will. So they weary themselves in the way of what?
Wickedness and destruction.
Wickedness and destruction. That's what you see in the world today. It ain't stopped yet. They still bringing forth what?
Wickedness and destruction.
Wickedness and destruction. Read. This is what they're going to say. Read.
Yeah. We have gone through deserts where lay no way.
Where there lay no way. They went through deserts where there lay no way. Read.
But as for the way of the Most High, Wahamashiach Yahushua, we have not known it.
There it is right there. That's why I said don't deal with them, because they're going to do what? Turn your mind away from following him. They're telling you that's the end result. What they're going to say in the end. As for the way of the Most High, way of Mashiach Yahushua, we have not known it. They have not known it. Therefore, how you going to follow someone that's the end result is right there? Everybody should be gravitating to that scripture. But y'all want to grab everybody and bring them in when they're telling you they're not going to know the Most High or Mashiach Yahushua. When reaching salvation, that's what they're going to say. That's the end result. We go back to Deuteronomy 7.
Deuteronomy
verse 4.
7 and 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods, idols. So will the anger of the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua, be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
So you wonder, why is it that, that's all this is different religions, right? That we dealing with now. It's just different religions. I can read out of this Bible from this Bible, and they got all these different Bibles that they have, and that's why they confused. And they following idolatry, Semiramis and Nimrod, worshiping on Nimrod's day. All these days of the week are pagans. They named up they pagan names, their gods, their idols that you're dealing with, even dealing with following those days that they say you're supposed to worship. This the Sabbath is the seventh day of the week. Period. Read.
Verse 5. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars.
Say, get rid of all their idols. This is what he's doing. Destroy their altars. Read.
And break down their images.
Break down their images. So our people don't go before them and worship them. Read.
And cut down their groves.
And cut down their groves. Read.
And burn their graven images.
And burn their graven images. Burn their graven images. Read.
With fire.
With fire. Read.
For thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy power.
Talking to the 12 tribes of Israel. We are holy people to the Most High our power. Read.
The Most High thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
The Most High chose us to be a special people unto himself. Read. How special?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So how are we going to be above all people that are upon the face of the earth? Only one way. Deuteronomy 28 and 1 and 2. That's the only way. Over and over again. Because he said we are a holy people unto the Most High, and the Most High chose us to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. This is the only way we're going to be that special people at this time and in the future, above all the nations of the earth, which is the kingdom. Read.
Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
Right.
And it shall come to pass.
It's going to come to pass. That's the future. Read.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power.
If we listen diligently unto the voice of the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read.
To observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day.
So we got to observe, read the commandments, and do the commandments once the book is closed. If we observe the commandments and do the commandments that he's given us this day in 2016, not only then but now, read.
That the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
That's what he said. He's going to set us on high above all nations of the earth. That's how we're going to receive and be a special people unto him, and set us above all people that are upon the face of earth. If we follow his laws, statutes, commandments, as he said right here, and he's not a man, he should lie. Read.
Verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee.
All these blessings going to come upon us. Read.
And overtake
and overtake us. Read.
If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power.
If we listen to the voice of the Most High power and do his commandments. Okay. Now back to Deuteronomy 7.
Deuteronomy 7 and 7. The Most High did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
You know that? You gotta understand this. It say he didn't set his love on us because, or choose us because we were more in number than any people. We were fewer than all the nations. You see? Read.
But because the Most High loved you.
Yeah, there it is. Most High loved the children of Israel. He loved us, the 12 tribes of Israel. And people want to claim this, but you can't really claim this because you can't go into 12 different tribes of people as it gives us the identity scattered all among all nations as we are dealing with these curses. That's what you got to realize. The children of Israel are dealing with the curses. You see what I'm saying? That's one identifying point that we know. Everybody can't say, this is me. This happened to us. Because some people get benefits. They being benefited in this, and their consolation is here in this wicked world that we in now. Point blank. Read.
But because the Most High loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, hath the Most High brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
That's right, bringing us out of captivity, slavery, and bondage under the Egyptians. Read.
Now therefore, know therefore, that the Most High thy power, he is the Most High, the faithful power, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
That's right, man. Come on.
And repayeth them that hate him to their face.
Yeah, Most High say he gonna pay you that hate him, and all the haters of the Most High, all the enemies of the Most High are named as nations in Psalms the 83rd chapter. Con? Yeah, so he say he gonna repay them that hate him. These nations hate the Most High. He said gonna repay them to their face. Read.
To destroy them.
To destroy them, read.
He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face.
Hear that? Come on.
Thou shalt therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day to do them.
That's right. He said we're supposed to keep the commandments and the statutes and judgments